As you might be aware of, I am a huge fan of Mario Kart 8 and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. The handling, item balance, visuals, and multiplayer options come together to create not only the best multiplayer experience, but also one of the best racing games of all time. But with a staggering 48 tracks included in this package, 16 of which were originally DLC on the Wii U version, I wanted to once and for all break down what are my 10 favorite racetracks in the game. So without further ado, here are my top 10 Mario Kart 8 Deluxe tracks. Start off the list with the Freezing Ice Outpost, originally part of the DLC tracks on the Wii U version. The variety of this ice-themed track is what continues to keep it fresh race after race. Right off the bat, you are welcomed with a choice of one of two paths. These paths come together shortly after dipping and rising, only to lead to another track split for the majority of the back end of the track. To top it all off, the wide zero-gravity turn where you keep climbing in elevation, ending with a jump back down to the starting line, is tremendously satisfying. This is definitely a track for those who want to increase their skill level. Moo. That's right, the next track is the retro classic Moo Moo Meadows. Simple in look, but much deeper in execution, this track comes together thanks to a handful of reasons. First, the cows that constantly walk across the track right after the starting line are one of the more enjoyable moving targets in the game to avoid. Plus, with a few well-placed bananas in this section, you can make your opponent's lives very challenging. Second is the fantastic boost jumping open area where a few jumps off of mole paths can careen you into the front of the pack. Finally, everything comes together with what is easily one of the best music tracks in the entire game. The most technical course on my list, if not the whole game, Yoshi Circuit separates the decent players from the elite players. The track is full of tight turns and S-turns, making drifting and boosting quite difficult in some areas. Much like the previous track on my list, there is no zero gravity here, so it will come down to your skill, or sigh, a well-timed blue shell. There is also a waterfall shortcut right after the beginning of the track, which with a mushroom can help you get back into a race. One more really neat touch is the actual track is shaped like Yoshi himself. Overall, a fun course, especially for advanced players. Doesn't seem like we will be getting an F-Zero game anytime soon, so why not fulfill your need for speed with Big Blue, originally a DLC track for the Wii U version. Being one of only 3 tracks in the game split up into 3 different sections instead of traditional laps, Big Blue captures the speed and excitement of the title it's honoring. Without a doubt, this is the fastest track of the entire game, especially the water slide section that encompasses lap number 2. Plus, with branching paths, plenty of boost pads, and extremely clever yet risky shortcuts, Big Blue comes together as a memorable and fun experience. No track elicits more mixed emotions than Baby Park. I, of course, am on the love it side, even though I will admit it can get extremely frustrating. Being the shortest track in the entire series, it hasn't changed much since its GameCube and DS appearances. The biggest change is that the whole track is now zero gravity, making it even quicker than its previous appearances. Races are frantic with explosions and shells going off right until the checkered flag. This is where the fun lies. The absolute craziness of this extremely simple track can be a real game changer in a Grand Prix. I believe Mario Kart Stadium is the perfect track to ease people into Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. It isn't particularly difficult, with only the hairpin turn near the end of the race proving to be challenging. But the real stars here are the presentation and track layout. Visually, the nighttime atmosphere and constant fireworks provide a feast for the eyes. It also features one of the catchiest music tracks that fits the atmosphere perfectly. The track layout shows off a bit of zero gravity as well as some gliding, and of course some excellent shortcut implementation. There are 3 potential shortcuts on this track, with the last turn proving to be the most exciting and risky. Novice or pro, this track is always a good time. Sunshine Airport works on so many levels, from concept to execution. First of all, it's just super cool to be driving through a Super Mario Sunshine themed airport. The scale is tremendous. Having the chance to drift through an open plane and see one fly over you as you glide down to the end of the track is exhilarating. It also has some difficult turns and risky spots, such as the conveyor belt, which can be used as a jump boost, or it can slow you down if you unfortunately hit a crate. Most importantly, this course is extremely fun for both skilled and casual racers, being challenging yet fair. I had a hard time choosing between Sunshine Airport and Thwomp Ruins for this spot, but as you can see, Thwomp Ruins came up on top. The track features one of the longest turns in the game near the beginning, and it only gets more exciting in subsequent laps as a massive cog rolls down the middle of the course. The possibility to glide down in the middle after this turn in later laps is cool and can help get you back in a race. And finally, the last big turn also features a bunch of thwomps as obstacles and a very risky shortcut that can lead to your doom if you don't perform it accurately. Everything here is expertly crafted and thoroughly enjoyable. It couldn't be a Mario Kart track countdown without an appearance of Rainbow Road. And with 3 different Rainbow Roads in this game, the SNES remake is definitely the best. As expected, this course is visually stunning, with the bright colors popping on the screen. The simplicity of the layout and gimmicks almost entirely missing means it's all about skill. There's no zero gravity and no boundaries to be found. A well-placed banana can be the deciding factor here, and it makes races so thrilling. It might be my overall second favorite track, but it has the honors of being the best retro track in the entire game. As amazing as all my previous entries are, none come close to the perfection that is Mount Wario. Being one long track with 3 different segments, just like Big Blue, the variety here is wonderful. The whole idea of jumping out of a plane and racing down an entire mountain would be cool enough, but luckily each lap is just as cool. Let me break down the remarkable experience that is Mount Wario. Lap 1 features some challenging turns thanks to the slippery ice. The second lap sees a couple of 90-degree turns and branching paths with trees scattered along the way. This part also features what might be the biggest shortcut of the entire game, but only if you have a mushroom or 2. Finally, the third and final lap becomes a slalom-like event featuring a bunch of mini jumps on which to gain even more speed. Overall, it's not only the best Mario Kart 8 Deluxe track, it might be my favorite Mario Kart track of all time. Let me know what you thought of my list below, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already for more gaming goodness. And as always, game on.